Everybody wants to know what supplements I take. The answer is all of them. I am a grandma on the inside, athlete on the out. So I have morning and evening supplement routine for internal health, and then I have my performance supplements for the gym. So morning routine, first things first, probiotic. I really like this one from Just Ingredients. First thing in the morning with water, and then with my breakfast, I take all of these guys. So this is Nutrafol Postpartum, specifically for hair health. I do take this beef organ supplement. The brand I use is Paleo Valley. And then iron, because I'm breastfeeding, great for pregnant women, breastfeeding moms. Omega-3s, highly recommend. And during the wintertime, I take vitamin D just because we live in a climate that doesn't get a lot of sun in the winter. Evening routine, magnesium. So magnesium is the miracle mineral. You really can't get enough of it, especially if you're training hard. But by taking it in the evening, it actually helps calm your nervous system. So I always take it before bed, and then it is great for digestion as well. So this is magnesium glycinate. This is the magnesium citrate. If you can find a blend of each, great. Otherwise, magnesium glycinate works great. I am taking progesterone every night. This is from my doctor, but I was taking this to help me get pregnant. I took it all through my first trimester and then now postpartum, basically to prevent the hormonal crashes that happen to your body postpartum. So I'm taking 100 milligrams a night. And then this is just a really yummy little evening supplement. It has L-theanine, it has magnesium in it, again from the brand Just Ingredients, that I mix with almond milk at night before I go to sleep. Okay, now for performance supplements, I have been with UXO brand, now Dietary Company, for the last 6 years. When I was pregnant, I stopped taking a lot of supplements and then my taste buds changed. So I kind of started experimenting with different brands, and now I'm just kind of in the middle finding what I like. So during the day, I am obsessed with this flavored creatine, and I do a scoop of creatine mixed with a scoop of these electrolytes from Just Ingredients. Mixed in my shaker bottle. I do this sometimes pre-workout, sometimes post-workout. It really doesn't matter. During my workouts, I have a scoop of essential amino acids. I've been using these ones from First Form. This flavor is really good. While I was pregnant, the pre-workout brand that I use is called NutriBump. So I have a lot of pregnant mamas asking for pre-workout. This one was the favorite, like my favorite one I've tried so far. They also have a pink lemonade flavor that's so good. Now, if I'm doing fasted cardio in the mornings, I've been mixing a half a scoop of this one from First Form and a half a scoop of this NutriBump. This one, it just helps give you a little mental focus. I don't know, really good. And then just throughout the day, so breakfast and dessert, this flavored collagen is my absolute favorite. I mix it with my Greek yogurt in the morning. I like all the flavors of this. So a scoop of collagen, and then for my Ninja Creamies at night, I use protein powder from Dietary Company. Again, I love all the flavors. So that is kind of my performance stack, as well as my internal health stack for supplements. So remember, you have to take care of everything on the inside in order for everything on the outside to function properly. So I know it's a lot, but to me, they're all worth it. Because you took a micro nap. Good luck. Mom's gonna go work out. All right, back in Bice today, week 4, Strong Mom Club Challenge. So as always, we're starting with the mobility. Foam roll sesh. We are going to roll out the spine and the lats. Get yourself a foam roller. If you don't have one, get one. Find a tight spot, and then I like to hit a couple. I hope you guys heard that crack, because that was the good one. Crack the back a little bit. And then we're also going to work our reflex points. So for your lats, those reflex points are right here on your ribs. So it's gonna be at the bottom of our rib cage here, 45-degree angle from the belly button in between like the second and third rib. So right about here, you are gonna just rub again for about 45 to 60 seconds. This is gonna help activate these lat muscles. So if you feel something tight, roll it out, rub it out. And then I also like to hit a couple side stretches. So just grabbing on cable, anything, and just inhale deep, exhale, stretch all alongside into this lat. You'll feel it go down your back, down the side of your leg. Get a good lat stretch before we get started on today's workout. Exercise one today is a lat pull down. I'm gonna show you a couple different attachments you can use. Most gyms have the traditional wide grip lat pull down bar. This is great, use it. You may have an attachment like this where you can grip more of a neutral grip on the outside or a close grip on the inside. This is also fabulous. What I'm gonna use today is this mag grip. This one's my favorite. I just feel like you're able to grip it a little bit better on the outside. And for me personally, it just helps target my lats really well. So if your gym has one of these, give it a try. If it has one of those other two attachments, use literally whatever you have available. And if you're short, stand up on this bench to get that last setup. But with the lat pull down, you're pulling straight down, right? This is essentially to your chest and all the way up. So inhale on the way up, exhale as you pull down. Now, tips to make this even better. We just chatted about those activation points right here on the lats. So I like to think about breathing into those points to help engage everything else. Another thing I like to think, you guys know how much I love thinking about spinal column as that center point, right? So your lats are literally attached to your spine and your rib cage. So think of yourself as a skeleton, right? That bone structure. As you're pulling down, your rib cage is contracting thing down and in. So this is gonna help keep everything stable and activated and stronger. So set number one, let's go. Back muscles can be really hard to engage because you can't see them in the mirror. Like when you're training upper body, if you're training bicep curls in the mirror, you can see yourself. You can look at your biceps while you're training them. Back is a little more difficult. So the most important thing is just mind-muscle connection. Literally think about your back muscles contracting as you're performing that set. Think about when you're breathing. Breathe into those muscles. Inhale, exhale. Think about every muscle fiber contracting while you're hitting that movement to help engage and feel those. So if there's any point where you can do a back exercise in front of a mirror and you're able to see your back, highly recommend. That way you can feel those muscles working. Woo. So heavy. So this is a great exercise to use some grips for, or lifting straps. I like my vice grips from Aesthetics. So this attachment is a little funky to use them on. If it's a little bit easier with like the wide grip attachment. However, I can still use it. But you always, when you're using your grips, a lot of people think you're supposed to use them like this, but you actually use them like this. So the bar is gonna go on your hand, and this is gonna wrap around the bar to help give you more grip strength. Next exercise, single arm cable row. So we're going to use single attachment. 50 pounds should be good. On these, I want kind of a high to low pull. So kind of like head height should be good for you. I'm gonna start with my right. So I want to center myself on the cable, and I'm going to stabilize in my left leg. So because I'm pulling from my right upper, I want to put my weight, equal both legs, but a little more on the left side so that I'm really stabilizing that center of gravity. So we're gonna start pronated grip, palm down, and then when we pull, elbow to hip, and have a neutral grip right here. So inhale slowly, full extension here. Exhale as we pull that elbow to hip and back to center. So with my neck, I'm kind of just looking at the floor in front of me. You don't want it to be down like this, but you don't want your spine arch either. So your spine's gonna have a natural curve to it, but we don't want it to arch or round. So as stable as possible. And then this hand, I just kind of like to keep on my hip. Next one's my favorite. We're gonna do a lat pullover. I like doing these on the cables. You can do them with a dumbbell. You can use a straight bar cable attachment, or you can use ropes. I think I'm gonna go straight bar today. Show you with the straight bar. Okay. We're going high to low again. This is a pretty good height for me. I have my incline set on 30 degrees. I was at 45, it was a little too high. So now we're gonna get full extension, and we're gonna pull down to our hips. Exhale, pull to like the pubic bone here. Inhale, full extension. So you wanna get that full stretch of the lats, and then we wanna pull our rib cage down first, and then pull forward, reach, stretch. These give such a good stretch on the lats, and especially the inside of the lats right here. So again, we're engaging the rib cage as we pull down. Now, because we're obviously working our back muscles, I like to think about kind of a pencil going down my spine as I pull down. And then inhale, that pencil is going up my spine again as we get that full stretch. Rib cage pulls down. This is gonna also work your chest a little bit. If you don't have cables and you're doing this with just a dumbbell at home or wherever in your gym, You can do these on a flat bench using a dumbbell. And we are just gonna put this dumbbell overhead on our chest here. And you're gonna do that same motion overhead, but you're gonna lift it back up to center. So these are a little trickier, but you will feel that full stretch in the lats. And these with the dumbbell are gonna work your chest a little bit more. So that's a dumbbell pullover. Today we're doing it with the cables. Both are very effective. Think. Okay, final back exercise today is a cable seated row. I'm using a close grip attachment. Again, this is kind of like the ergonomic attachment. Any close grip cable attachment though that you have, we are basically just sitting nice and tall, upright, engaging those activation points on the rib cage and pulling in to your belly button. This does not get that complicated. You just want to think keeping your chest up nice and tall, keeping that spinal column straight, and just think about you're pulling your spine toward the back wall as you're squeezing that pencil in between those shoulder blades. So to go into my set, this is an exercise. I do like to wear a weightlifting belt on. So what do you think? Should I use my cheetah print today? We're going cheetah with it. So weightlifting belt, again, not 1000% necessary. This is going to increase our intra-abdominal pressure, meaning we breathe into the belt. You're not using this to not use your ab muscles. You're still using those core muscles. This is just gonna help, one, give us a little more strength in the lats, and two, help keep our waistline nice and tight and cinched, almost like a waist trainer. So there is research, waist trainers do help keep the waistline tight. So this is gonna help us do all those things. So here we go. Finishing today's exercise with 2 bicep exercises. So first is gonna be dumbbell bicep curls, and then we're gonna do some hammer curls. So these you can do standing or seated. I feel like when I want to go a little bit heavier, I do these seated. I'm gonna do the regular bicep curls standing today. So supinated grip, basically palms up. Stand nice and tall, chest up, tuck those elbows into your side. We're curling up to the shoulders, back down just so there's a slight bend in your elbows, so just don't walk them all the way out. Very simple, you guys, just don't cheat. So we don't want any swinging. If you're swinging, the weight's too heavy, drop that weight. We want to isolate the biceps and squeeze those into our sides and back down. And we're gonna hit 12. Okay, we're going seated for the hammer curls because why not? So hammer curls, same thing. Very simple, not complex. The only difference is we're doing a neutral grip. So it's just going to help us hit a different angle on those biceps. So that's pretty much what bodybuilding is all about, is we hit the same muscle groups over and over and over and over again. Training might look boring to some people because it's not that fancy, you guys. It's just about hitting the same muscle groups with different angles, different intensity. All right, y'all, ending today's back and biceps with just one exercise. Honestly, I do like 2 core exercises a week, and that's all you really need. So we're gonna do single leg glute bridge leg lifts. I know that sounds like a lot, but I'm gonna show you with just body weight first. Lay on the ground, spine neutral, arms push into the ground, and you're going to tuck, 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 tuck that tailbone all the way up to the ceiling, pushing your feet through the floor, and we're doing a glute bridge, right? So you're gonna feel these glutes activate as well. But the biggest thing is you want to tuck this spine down and under, and then we're gonna do single leg lifts, okay? So point the toe, and you're gonna lift up, hover, 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 and lift. So this is going to work your core. This is also going to work the front of this hip flexor right here. And we're gonna do 10, switch legs, and we're gonna do 10 on this leg. Now, if you want to make this more challenging, throw on some ankle weights, or you could even use a booty band, like a resistance band, around your ankles and lift. We're on week 4. I am down another pound this week. So my weight's hovering around like 118 right now. I'm 5'1" for reference, so I am a very petite person. But my goal at the end of this challenge is like 110 to 112-ish. So I'm just gonna see. So again, I'm breastfeeding still, and I don't know how lean I can get. I'm honestly shocked at how lean I've been able to get so far. So I'm just gonna kind of keep taking it week by week and seeing how it goes. But I think I would feel my best, like feel really lean, but feel really healthy around 110 to 112. So kind of my goal for the end of the challenge. I think it's very achievable, but we're gonna see what we can get. So we're finishing up today's session with our low intensity cardio. Today I'm incline walking. I'm at 3.2 speed, 6% incline. I usually max it out at like 8% incline. We're gonna go for 30 minutes, and that wraps up our back and biceps and ab training session. So thanks for tuning in for week 4, and we'll be back next week.